was 1953, and the psyche of America is in flux.
Hung over from the Korean War,
The youth of the nation are restless.
not the usual restlessness of adolescent teenage angst,
But the restlessness of the soul,
seeking to shed the false comfort of conformity
from the propaganda of the Cold War,
to the new American way.
seeking that which they know in their hearts is true.
This was the height of the Beat generation.
As Ginsberg,
Burroughs,
Kerwin,
Snyder, and other luminaries carried out the idea of the free thinker,
abstract expression as a means of social critique,
and the notion of the individual gaining their own personal freedom.
while resisting institutional value.
Marlon Brando and James Dean,
The angry young man and the rebel without a cause were the brightest stars in the Hollywood galaxy.
with the rise of the Montgomery, Alabama bus boycott,
There was a raising of the consciousness in both blacks and whites.
and everyone was cool,
Angry
high,
and hip, yet sophisticated and ultra clean.
the new radicals.
And the soundtrack to this new revolution was jazz.
And at the forefront of jazz music
Was Miles Davis.
and John Coltrane,
Icons of artistry. We call this new age expression blue.
period.
Let the sessions begin. Ladies and gentlemen, tonight in this session, introducing the past and progression, we present to you on trumpet the man who wanted to be a god on earth. None other than the infamous
Miles Davis. Also, introducing the future of sound, we present to you on tenor and soprano saxophone, a man who was a fallen angel. Give it up for the saints.
John William Coltrane.
So, after the cool shit, before the let's make music high as hell shit. See, Miles set out once again to accomplish shit. Set out again to accomplish new. Something new always on the forefront. Something new always accomplish shit on the forefront. Blow, boy, blow. See, grab you some trumpet. Afterwards, grab you some young pretty, coke bottle waist, spike veins and vein with vein waist, sexy slim cutter with a pretty face, trumpet be all on her forefront like muffled horn on foreground, making music like, nigga, somebody hand that man a horn and blow, boy, blow.
The aura still prevails.
Miles ahead.
Ahead by miles.
Tribulations and trials. Interpretations and styles.
So what if it's all blue?
Serpentines or blue and greens or kind of blue by drug-induced illusions. Visionary or illusion. From bebop to fusion. Electric dreams causing mental contusions and
critics screaming blasphemy.
Confusion, strange.
But I call it revolution. Change.
This man with the horn who every time he changed his mind, music was reborn.
Jazz, rock, blues.
You constantly changed the rules and grew into a god from the birth of cool.
Ahead by miles.
Miles ahead. On the corner, drawing sketches of Spain with musical notes in your brain like ESP in a silent way.
From Tokyo to 600,000 jammed tight, the owls are bright.
While many felt more at Fillmore, East and West. Even took 7 steps to heaven to speak to Porky and Bess. Chip on your shoulder, dressed to impress, outlaw like Jack Johnson, you are under arrest. But the journeys that you took us on, miles, smiles, milestones as we listen, miles ahead as we look, miles behind.
Press rewind.
We still find that you are ahead by miles ahead of your time. But inside Miles' head, the demons fed.
On the hellbound.
Running down that voodoo for Mr. Tutu.
While converting Stella into starlight.
His favorite Valentine.
Used to be around midnight.
Our masculine beauty. You drove women crazy. For miles in the sky, you made us your water babies, ever changed. Morphing into the Black Mangus, the sorcerer's loom to have big fun with Nefertiti. We felt the vapors from the bitch's brew. We be needing.
Straight, no chaser as we took flight.
Waving bye-bye blackbird.
Soaring in a quiet night.
And we still need you. Like shadows need setting sun.
Like future queens need future kings for future sons.
Someday our prince will come.
But the pain
is fresh as yesterday. Even though it's been since 91, you are still the one. So get up with that 60 years you held us down with that horn, that sound.
So strong, so black.
You have to turn your back.
Prolific,
profane,
political.
I sing your praises like a Negro spiritual. I miss you, Mom. I miss you. I miss you, Mom. We miss you. I miss you, Mom.
Mama, I'm still here. Just play the goddamn tapes back. See, people are always questioning the music because to them, the music sounds strange. It changes so frequently. And I'm alive. My experience constantly changes, so why not imitate life? I'm always writing chapters, even though some of my sound. So there lies secrets, tucked away in the music for the future to understand. Yeah, for the future. John, baby. John, you back there, baby? Come on out here.
Hey,
John,
Mouse.
I want to introduce you to the band.
Hey, how's it going, folks?
But this is John William Coltrane. It's gonna be our new sax player.
Thank you so much for having me, brother. It's such an honor and a pleasure to be working with you. I guess what I would like to know is, since you have me as a part of the band now, how would you like for me to approach the music?
I heard you play, and I like your sound. That's why I brought you in. You fill in some space.
Okay. Well, thank you. Well, I guess the question I really like to ask is, what kind of scales would you like to hear in approaching the music?
This is jazz, baby. I heard you play. I like what you do.
Well, I guess the real important question I'd like to ask is, what's the theory behind what we're doing?
Wait. You leave that theory shit in school somewhere.
Okay.
This is jazz, baby.
All right.
You live this.
Okay, well, again.
You got it, cat.
Well, thank you again for having me. Thank you. This for me has always been Sunday prayer service. All I ever wanted to do was feel his presence throughout the room. Maybe the audience I mean, might find a bit of peace, fury, salvation, like I did. Like I still do to this day. I sing praises the only way I know how, through the music. I needed a chance to explore. I got that chance, I took it, and I never looked back.
Throughout throughout the eternal fabric of time.
There have been those who thought they could.
Those who wish they could.
Those who fall victims of victimless failures.
Attempting to succeed without succumbing to failure.
Hell, we all know the story.
Like the back of Black Callous Hand.
Hell, we all know this story.
Kinfolk, cut me some of that smooth slack.
From the back of black backbone.
Connected to knee, bone, hip, jerk, saxophone. Man, it be hard work.
Especially when sweat beading.
Bleeding down forehead like holy water. Bless you. Damn. Man, cause we cutting through those notes.
Like those.
Man, gave us God.
Gave us grace.
Man, give us that blue.
That kind of blue.
Yeah, you see, sometimes we just need it like that.
God, bring it back. The spirit of a people can always and forever
Be
found and foot to ground.
down home heaven.
Holding my heavy heart like hallelujah.
A supreme Saint Sex. In Tokyo, Japan, 1966, a question was posed. Where would you like to be in 10 years? John William Coltrane replied.
In 10 years, I'd like to be a saint.
In a San Fran, St. John's African Orthodox Church stands a beautiful Jesus dreadlock icon.
In 10 years, I'd like to be a saint.
Somewhere there's a bishop backing it up, got some work for
The
it.
brains and the plane, I'm saying it might sound far-fetched.
But that the St. John's head name didn't come from no biblical thing, but after John Coltrane.
Ask the listener.
Hey, go ahead and ask Cole.
Ask Miles.
How Train?
See, train what they call it.
How Train took us on a
With
ride.
I free, I can sounds, man. Sounds, man.
How Train took us on a ride. Took us on a ride. Take us on a ride. Talk to him, Train. Teach him what the horns ain't gonna explain from those lips.
I've already been looking into those approaches to music as an Indian, in which particular sounds and scales are intended to produce a certain emotional state.
Talk to him, Train. Teach him what them horns ain't gonna explain from those lips.
I would like to discover a method that if I wanted to rain, I'd play a song and it would start to rain right away.
Ooh, go ahead, Train. Don't be scared. Talk to him. Teach him what the horns ain't gonna explain from those lips.
If one of my friends is ill, I play a song and he be cured. If one of my friends was broke, I play a different song and immediately he have all the money he needs.
Ooh, you just caught a cold train to church. Talk to him, Train. Teach him what the horns ain't gonna explain from those lips. Talk to him. Teach him what the horns ain't gonna explain from those lips. In Tokyo, Japan, 1966, a question was posed. Where would you like to be in 10 years? John William Coltrane replied.
In 10 years, I'd like to be a saint.
Ladies and gentlemen, put your hands together for world-renowned St. John's Ain't That Cat Cool Train.
journey. Well, the journey, at least in my opinion, is always more rewarding than the prize itself, because it's the journey that defines your character. It's the journey that makes you who you are. So, for every person, every artist, they have a journey, they have a story. They have experiences that go into their art to make their art as great as it becomes. Miles had a journey. Miles ahead by miles, ahead of his time.
Music. Music. Music has been the only constant in my life. That and dope. Oh yeah. And women, but mostly music. See, my mother used to play the piano, and she loved her records, and so did I. Now, the big thing back then was swing, you know, and I wanted to play that kind of music, but my mother, she wanted me to play the violin. She thought it was respectable. I'd have gotten my ass kicked every day. Please. I wanted to play the trumpet, so Doc, he bought me one. I think he bought it to spite my mother. I must have been about 12 years old. I was happier than a runaway slave. I loved that trumpet. Doc, he even set it up for one of his old patients to give me lessons. Mr. Elwood Buchanan. This motherfucker was tough, but he was a good teacher. And he said shit like, boy, don't come in here with that Henry James stuff. You don't need all that vibrato. Play it straight. It made me put raw rice and FPs in my mouth. Spit them out, one by one, to get my lips used to playing the trumpet. Yeah, I ran everywhere I went, go to increase my wind. It became an obsession. See, it gave me the confidence that I needed to make me work hard, and I worked hard. And I was in junior high, and I was playing in the high school band, building a reputation for me in East St. Louis. So you know what that looked like? Pussy. Pussy. Irene Birth was her name. We were high school sweethearts, King and Queen, Lincoln High School. So in love. And I graduated a semester early. Irene, she gave birth to our first child. Yes, I was a teenage father. I was a teenage father on the move. And my mother, she wanted me to stay and get married. Fuck that shit. I had just been accepted to Juilliard School of Music in New York City. She wanted me to stay in St. Louis. As it turned out, Juilliard wasn't all it was cracked up to be. A complete waste of my time. Racist son of bitches, I hated them. I remember this one teacher in particular telling a bunch of us students that the reason why blacks played the blues was because we were poor and sad. Well, I felt compelled to raise my hand and tell my father, my grandfather, no one in my family would go. And we loved the blues. I guess I upset her because I was reprimanded. Fucking, the bitch didn't know what she was talking about. So, I had dropped out of Juilliard. There I was, 20 years old in big New York City. I'm making some contacts, some good, some bad. I'm good. Yeah. I was kicking it with some of the coolest, baddest cats in the world. Like Bird, Tears, Billy Escott. Bad. That's when the dope came on. Dope changed me. I was 19. 15. The first time I shot heroin. It's given to me scot-free from another musician. Free, yeah. Hell, I ain't been free since. So, when my gigs, would dry up, I would do what I had to survive, even if that meant pimping. At least I wasn't stealing, killing folks. So compared to that, pimping really ain't that bad, right? Actually, it really wasn't pimping, actually. See, these are prostitutes, hoes, call girls, what have you. They would come to me and say, oh, Miles, take us out on a date. I'd say, baby, I'd love to take you on a date, but I don't have any money. So, they'd end up giving me $200-300 a night apiece. Hell, every night I stayed high. I stayed high as hell.
therapeutic something, right? At least that's what they say. And we all got that one thing that you go without it for a day, it just leaves you off, right? I mean, for some of you, could be something healthy, like a trip to the gym or that 8 glasses of water that you're supposed to drink. For others, it could be a bump. Could be nightcap. Could be that evening spliff. Whatever it is. At what point does it become just something and become an addiction? Where's that point? Miles knew. And John knew. They knew very well.
Look at her. Miles goddamn Davis. Woo! And let's not forget big time John William Coltrane, right? Yeah. Look at him. They love to tell you Coltrane's music was just so spiritual. If his music is spiritual, that would make me Jesus Christ. They'd rather you not know my name because they don't want to admit we're old friends. Don't want to admit we used to hang out together late nights. Some pissy bathroom coming up with some far out shit. Some old time traveling rhythm. Some old getting ahead of our time melodies. We used to get so far gone. To the point of epiphany, you know. And then these motherfuckers would pass out. Lazy bastards, look at them. They'd rather you not know my name because they don't want to give credit where credit is obviously due, you know. You ever heard So What? That was mine. Venus de Milo? Mine. You ever heard him play around midnight? Of course you have. That was mine. You ever heard of Love Supreme? Yeah. A Love Supreme was genius. A work of art not meant for human ears, and it was all fucking mine. These two sit around and tell each other it's their talent. Tell each other they were born with it. Tell each other they were made to do this. But this is not talent. Talent my ass. The real talent. The real talent is knowing how to get inside somebody. And make music. The real talent is knowing how to make all that magic happen, you know. Fucking musician.
Hello, my name is Miles Davis and I'm an addict.
My name is John William Coltrane, and I'm an addict.
Well, kind of
Kind of an addict.
Kinda addicted, depending on how you see things. See, addiction is not my problem. It's why I do what I do.
Addiction is where it all comes from.
It's where jazz comes from.
It's where holding notes longer than you're supposed to comes from.
And letting them go right before it gets too big.
It's like shooting stars burning out in the atmosphere.
Addiction is the same as love. You know, they just call it addiction when they think it's no longer healthy for you.
But when you love something,
Really love something.
you need it in your soul, in your heart.
In your lungs, in your life.
You need it in the bread you break.
You need it in your veins.
In the bottom of shot glasses that don't get empty.
You take it with you. You keep it.
On the road.
In your bed, in your sweat, and your sin.
It's in your thoughts. It's on your breath when you love something.
Really love something. You need it. You need it all the goddamn time. And that's addiction, whether it's to heroin, or liquor, or women.
Love supreme. Even when it can't do you no more good.
No more good.
You still want it.
You still need it.
But I've been addicted long before I took my first warm shot of moonshine in the backwood of Carolina.
Before I learned of lust at the age of 13.
Before I was introduced to that thing called whores.
That shit they call smack.
Before I found the God Allah through the Prophet Muhammad.
I've been addicted. And for as long as I can remember.
Addiction is my first memory.
I remember listening to my mother play those black keys on our piano in East St. Louis.
I remember my grandmother, she would sing in the church choir, and I remember her hitting those notes.
Those as sweet as a motherfucker notes.
And I felt like out of everywhere that I'd ever been, I belonged wherever those notes were going.
And I was supposed to follow those notes, and wherever they went.
And I was gonna follow those notes wherever they would take me.
It's like meeting a part of yourself for the first time.
I was gonna follow them to Philadelphia, then to Harlem, then to France.
Like knowing that my black ass existed. Because one day, I could make notes hum like Elwood Buchanan.
Coleman Hawkins, Lester Young.
I've been addicted to those sweet notes for as long as I can remember people.
As long as I remember people, I remember music.
Addiction is a cycle.
Like 16 bars going nowhere.
And it's like bitches leaving, you know, and then coming back.
Like taking the time to go as far as you want to with your instrument, and you don't even have to come back.
Ain't even got to come back.
Yeah. I'm addicted to God,
To women,
to liquor,
to dominant seventh notes,
to heroin,
to heroin,
module.
flatted fifths,
I'm addicted to invention,
to creation,
to
slow self-destruction. Train. 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 Hey, train. Train. Hey, motherfucking train. Hey,
yeah, Miles.
hey, motherfucker. Motherfucker, you gonna sleep or you gonna play, motherfucker?
It wasn't time for me to play, man. I wasn't asleep. Come on, let's keep on going on with rehearsal.
No, we can't keep going on, motherfucker, because you sleep in rehearsal.
I told you I wasn't
pay you to
asleep,
sleep
man. I
in
know
my
you don't pay me to
motherfucking
sleep. I
rehearsal.
want to hear this shit today. Come on, man. Let's keep on going.
Wait, was this motherfucker not just sleeping
Look, this is
rehearsal?
not a conversation between you and the rest of the band. This is a conversation between me and you, Miles. And I told you I wasn't asleep, man. Come on, we ain't hear that shit
Now
today.
you high, motherfucker.
High.
Yes, motherfucker, you high, you nodding off in my
Aren't
motherfucking
you the
rehearsal.
kettle calling the pot black high, man? Come on, man. Let's keep on
Motherfucker,
going.
this is Miles and Coltrane. Don't have to be no motherfucking hand.
You know what? Monk has been getting at me for months to come play with him anyway. I should be headlining, doing my own thing. You ain't been doing, I've been doing nothing but taking up your space and holding
if you sleep in rehearsal.
I told you I was asleep in rehearsal. I've been doing nothing but taking up your space to hold.
Monk, I made Monk, motherfucker. I made you, motherfucker.
There ain't gonna be too many more motherfuckers around.
Well, motherfucker, you can go.
Fuck you, Miles.
No, fuck you, Train. You fucking get out.
Motherfucker.
Philly Joe.
Come on, Philly Joe. Fuck that shit.
Philly Joe, fuck you too. I don't need neither one of you motherfuckers. No, fuck that. Everybody take 15 in this motherfucker.